Senior Master Sergeant Mitch Boling. Thank you very much for your your inaugural book on leadership. I'm looking for the next one. So I just got 2 copies of your book in the mail. Really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to giving them out to somebody that subscribes to my newsletter. So we should have a link below. If not, go to DoD Reads and get yourself a copy of these. Okay. So as the owner of DoD Reads, I get a ton of leadership books in the mail. People are always trying to send me their how to lead book. And one thing that almost all the books have in common is it's written by a CEO level officer, admiral, flag officer, commanding officer, somebody at the senior level who dealt with leading mass numbers of people, mass peoples of equipment, mass amounts of equipment, aircraft carriers, ships, submarine, turn the ship around, squadrons, battalions, high-level leadership. And there's always an implied statement that the more you lead, the more you got on your plate, the better leader you are. Not so sure that's correct. I really love Mitch's book, the title, A View from the Middle. It's not about making those huge decisions. It's about being that guy right in the middle that connects those big leaders, those ship COs, those battalion commanders, those squadron commanders, that connects the commanders with the actual work that is being done, the actual wrench turners. And man, I tell you what, if you lose that linkage right there, you are shot. Your ship is sunk, your battalion is going nowhere, and your aircraft aren't flying. That's what this book is. It is 284 pages of good leadership as a view from the middle. One thing that I also really like about the book is there's 3 sections of it. We'll just talk about the middle section. The middle section is how not to lead. I think that's the title of it. Yeah, how not to lead. It's about 100 pages of bad examples of how other people have failed in their leadership. And there's a perspective that Warren Buffett's number 2 guy has. His name's Charlie Munger. He's written some great books on principles. And the perspective is, you can tell people what to do, but it's a lot more effective to tell people what not to do. Hey, if I can show you the pitfalls, if I can show you another man's mistake, if I can show you where this person just goofed it up, and you can avoid those pitfalls, you'll be pretty good with just avoiding what not to do, just avoiding the handful of things not to do, rather than trying to do the hundreds of things or more that you need to do. So there's a great story in his book, and it's the what's it called? It's called the hinge pin story. So I'm no flight guy, but I do know that when there's a part of an aircraft that you find on the flight deck, on the tarmac, that you better figure out where that part came from. And a hinge pin is something that apparently goes into the wing slats. There's maybe 16 or 20 hinge pins on the wings, and it keeps some of the slats together from the whole thing falling apart. Don't know all the details, but I do know that if your aircraft is missing a hinge pin, you best not be flying. And he had quite the dilemma. The man in the middle had quite the dilemma. One of his guys came up to him and said, hey boss, guess what I just found on the flight deck? A hinge pin. What do you do? What do you do when you find that? Because you know it came out of an aircraft. It didn't just come out of somebody's pocket. It came out of an aircraft. Did you ground your whole fleet? Did you ground the entire squadron? How do you deal with those ethical dilemmas? Ethical and operational dilemmas. When somebody comes to you and says, hey, I just found this. What do we do, boss? And you won't give the whole story away, but bottom line is, thought back to other accidents, other incidents where somebody knew of something wrong on a plane and said, you'll probably be okay. Just go. Just good luck. I'm sure you'll be fine. Thought back to those. And walked in his boss's office and said, sir, I just grounded the fleet. I'm sure there's some choice words after that. He didn't elaborate too much, but learning from those ethical dilemmas, learning how other individuals make those ethical choices, is critical in any new leaders, in any new individual's leadership formation. So, if you're an enlisted guy, if you're that guy in the middle, I want you to have this book. So leave me a comment and sign up for my newsletter, and let me know. I'll be sending this out probably in the December newsletter. Sign up for my newsletter. Let me know you've got the view from the middle, and you're that guy connecting the senior level folks to the actual wrench turners, the actual guys doing the work. And I want you to have this book. So, Mitch, great book. Thank you for taking your 24 years of wisdom, boiling it down to nearly 300 pages, and supporting the next generation with your leadership and your perspective. All right, with that, hey, leave me a comment below and let me know, what are you reading? All right, take care. Bye.